Happy Saturday, everybody. I am tired. I went for a long hike this morning with a couple of girlfriends and I have a dinner tonight, so I knew I wanted to make a dessert. And it's not super hot, but it's still hot enough that I don't necessarily want to fire up the oven. So I discovered a dessert after I went to Mexico in January. I was having a Mexican dinner party for some friends and I thought maybe a Mexican dessert would be nice, and I couldn't really think of one off the top of my head. So I went and Googled one and I found this dessert called lemon Carlotta. That will be another video for another day, but this recipe that I'm sort of just making up on the fly is sort of a take on that. You don't have to bake it. You essentially can either use Oreo wafers or graham crackers or arrowroot or any kind of biscuit, any kind of tea biscuit or whatever that you want to use. You layer it and then you have some sort of a wet layer. So either whipped cream or in this case, it is a combination of cream cheese, sweetened condensed milk, vanilla, and a little oat milk. I've already prepared my pan. The first ingredient is the leftover carrot cake from my carrot cake I made about 3 weeks ago. Because I had to cut the top off and the sides to make it nice and square, I was left with a bunch of cast-offs. I just couldn't throw this much. I had a lot of carrot cake away. So I just threw it in a bag and stuck it in the freezer. And, oh, hi Theo. Theo's here. I'm sure he won't be a nuisance whatsoever. All right, the next step is going to be putting all of the ingredients just into my wonderful Vitamix. So scrape out all of the sweetened condensed milk. Ingredient number 2 is going to be this Philadelphia cream cheese. Just gonna plop that right in here. I'm gonna put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I think that would be incredible. In the lemon Carlotta recipe, they called it the sweet sauce. So we're essentially just making a sweet sauce with the condensed milk and the cream cheese. I'm going to add as many tablespoons of the oat milk or whatever kind of milk that you want to use. I'm sure good old-fashioned milk would work, but I'm drinking oat milk these days. I'm going to start off with 2 tablespoons and see how that blends. I think that looks pourable. That's all we really want. So again, if you're making this yourself, get creative. Like, I'm just using some leftovers because I don't want it to go to waste. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this and I'm going to pour, I think I'm gonna pour about 1/3 of it on top. That might be more like half, I don't know. It's kind of like I'm putting the cream cheese icing in the cake. Since we're not baking anything, when we freeze it, it's gonna turn out a little bit like an ice cream almost. All right, so now I'm going to layer my last pieces of carrot cake, just like that. And next up, I'm just going to pour the last of this sweet cream cheesy deliciousness on top. I just have to remove my cat one more time from the countertop. You, sir, can get off. I think this is gonna be good. So now all we have to do is freeze this for a couple hours. I'm gonna figure out some sort of a nice garnish for the top, but I think a little bit of fresh nutmeg would be awesome. So yeah, so I will post another video when the taste test commences. All right, until later.